Their numbers are increasing, but yet their abilities are often overlooked. We're talking about youth with disabilities. And as a change maker, Youth4Jobs has been working for the past 10 years, pan-India, to empower this particular sector with the right skills and also convincing companies to hire them. It has been doing this work for the last 10 years and has also enabled these youth to become economically independent and employable and stand on their own feet and also make their can'ts into cans.
Over 70 million people with disabilities live in India. Their education levels are low, which results in most of them being unemployed. To pull these people out of the vicious cycle of poverty and take them to the virtuous cycle of opportunity, Youth4Jobs works as a system changer. It provides them with a window of opportunity to become an asset to their families rather than a liability, and move from being voiceless to acquiring a voice. Youth4Jobs believes that a job for one member of the family takes the entire family out of poverty. And thus, Ms. Meera Shenoy and Youth4Jobs' work have been recognized by the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji in his Mann ki Baat in May 2022.
मीरा शेनॉय जी भी ऐसी ही एक मिसाल है.
Youth4Jobs works towards changing the mindsets of people and reaches out to village communities, colleges and companies to help them understand disability. To date, they have spread the message of ability in disability to 9.2 million households.
I set up Youth4Jobs 10 years back to ensure every person with disabilities has access to education and employment opportunities. We began with what India needs most: training youth with disabilities from the villages of India and with less education, and linking them to jobs. We've also become a system changer now, moving from a training organization, because the heart of the work is changing attitudes towards disabilities.
Nearly 69% of the Indian population lives in rural areas, where there is no access to training available for youth with disabilities, and they are completely secluded from markets. Youth4Jobs project Parivartan reaches and uplifts these vulnerable young men and women towards whom society turns a blind eye to. They work on the entire value chain of taking the youth from unemployment to organized sector jobs. Circumstances changed when pandemic hit the globe. It led to a situation where there were either no meals or just one meal available for these vulnerable youth. They pleaded with Youth4Jobs not to close their training centers during the lockdown. Youth4Jobs responded by launching their job-linked grassroots online training. As people with disabilities were desperate for jobs, young men with disabilities stood outside shops to catch good internet signals for training. Young women with disabilities finished household chores in the morning and enrolled in the afternoon training batch. Mothers of children with disabilities became Youth4Jobs ambassadors when they learned that these trainings help youth with disabilities get a job. Presently, Youth4Jobs trains and links 14 youth with disabilities to jobs every single day. It has till date provided employment to 31,000 youth with disabilities while benefiting 1,55,000 family members. So, let's hear some real life-changing stories of people that Youth4Jobs helped.
ये Youth4Jobs में आने के बाद वहाँ पर, जिससे कि वो लोग से बात करना, ये लोग कुछ कर सकते बोल के हिम्मत देते थे ना यूथ फॉर जॉब्स, जैसा कि राम सर, शायद सर, रानी मैडम, और वहाँ पर जो भी आए। तो मैं कभी ये लोग भी मेरे को, मैं नहीं कर सकती, कभी मेरे को नाउम्मीद नहीं दिए। यूथ फॉर जॉब में ये है कि हैंडीकैप लोग हैं यहाँ पर, ऐसा जैसा कि हैंडीकैप है, अरे क्या कर सकते हैं ऐसा बोलते यहाँ पर के लोग। यूथ फॉर जॉब में ऐसा नहीं बोलते कि वहाँ पर के लोग एक हिम्मत देखते कि अच्छे लोग से भी ये लोग कर सकते। यूथ फॉर जॉब लोग ऐसा बोलते कि कर सकते, ये उन लोग को एक ज़िंदगी का दिखाते, सबसे आप आगे है पीछे नहीं है बोल के यूथ फॉर जॉब लोग, जॉब वाले वहाँ पर जब सब जो भी लोग हैं सिखाते हैं ऐसा।
There were many obstacles on their path, but these Youth for Jobs alumni have overcome those challenges and are now the change makers. In their newfound independence, they change society's attitude towards disabilities and help leave behind an inclusive India, an inclusive world.